Good morning, guys. Today is check day 4. Back out on the line here at this farmer's carcass pile where we set a bunch of blind sets on drags on the trails that are around the carcass pile. And we got a dog up there. I'll be right back with you to show you, give you a good look at him.
Yeah, so there's a coyote on a drag, as you can see. Got about 12 feet of chain. Wrap it right around, right to there. As you can see, he tore this place up last night. And when we pulled up here, there was another coyote in here and it took off and Dan took a crack at it. But you know coyotes, they run about Mach speed, so we will get this guy taken care of. Nice looking coyote. This is number 2 here for 2 days. Either that coyote was just coming in.
I think it was headed out because it was pointing. I think it heard us coming up over the hill and it was pointed that way. But, all right, guys, we're just getting this coyote loaded in the back of the truck. Give you a better look at it. Real nice dog. One of the nicer ones we've got this year. One of the bigger ones too.
Male.
A lot of males.
And see, 550 Duke 550 blind set, full pad, everything.
That's what you
he
want.
Wasn't going nowhere.
All right, on to the next one. All right, guys, we're at the second property for the day. This is the trap we caught a coyote in yesterday and did the remake on. And we got a coyote right here in this set. Nice front pad catch, real light coyote. Looks like most likely a male, bigger one. But nice looking one. Definitely a unique color variation on this one. But just an interesting thing about this property is we had 4 traps on this property and we've caught a coyote in all 4 of them, but we haven't caught one single coyote in a remake. So that's not really a good sign, but we're gonna get this remade and see what happens tomorrow. That'll be kind of interesting if we finally do catch a coyote in a remake. But we haven't caught a coyote in one single remake this season, and this makes coyote number 10. This is coyote number 10. So we'll get him out of there and get the trap remade and move on to the next property. Alright, guys, this is coyote number 3 on the day, and we caught a coyote here. Was it yesterday?
Yep, yesterday.
And I think we videotaped the remake, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe we did.
So that makes coyote number 3 on the day. We'll get him out of here, and we have 2 farms to check. So, pretty cool. Pretty sure we filmed the remake on this set yesterday, but we're gonna show you guys again how to do a remake once they get it all tore up. So right now Dexter's working on making a bed for his trap.
Yeah, they got it pretty caked in there. A little corn. This case deer. No, we make our own earth anchors. We use the quick links. Just make sure you tighten them down before you attach them, because you will lose the trap. It's the easiest way. And when you pull out of here, earth anchor stays under your quick link. Take your trap, quick link with you. It's definitely the easiest, fastest way to be more efficient, to put your traps in the ground and to pull them. You can buy your double ferrules right from F&T. Buy your 3/32 cable. That's what I've always used. Seems to work out pretty good for what I like. But a little bit about these Duke 550 traps. You can bend those down if you want. They'll anchor a lot better in the ground. These are newer traps, so I haven't done it yet. But you will notice, see how the levers are bent? It is a Duke trap, so all their steel is not out of the US. If you buy MBs, you won't have that issue because they just don't bend. But these Dukes do bend, and when you first buy them, the night latches, they've got like a 10-pound trigger on them. But the steel is definitely a lot cheaper than the MB steel. So and then I get a little dirt. And this coyote was caught with night owls, thunder, I think it's rolling thunder bait. Like we said yesterday, all of their bait's made in New York, and we're trapping in New York, so nothing against other people, but if you're buying bait from someplace in the Midwest, you know, they're using Midwest animals to make their bait. And just make sure that trap is sewn rock solid. Because if you get any sort of wiggle in that trap, they won't be there. Your trap will be exposed and you'll be remaking it. I always just pack in all the way around, get a bunch of dirt packed in there. Cover it up. Find your pan. Squeeze her in a little more. All the way around the outside. Put a little more dirt in there. Just make your pin the lowest spot. Try to pack around so when they step here, their foot doesn't sink. You know, you want them to step right there. That's the only spot that there's soft dirt, is right where your pan is. And then you just blend her in a little bit. Use that as backing. I try to blend in a little bit so it don't look so out of the ordinary. You know, and right there, that's your pan. That's the lowest point. They want to step right there. And you just mounting this stuff up a little bit. We're gonna make a little hole right there. Like I said, I like to angle it right over the trap, so they gotta stand pretty much on your pan to look down that hole. Now take your trap gloves off, because you don't want to get them all bait and lure. Those are just for traps. That's it. Then we'll bait it and be done. And again, we'll use some, there's already coyote scent all over this trap because this is the second coyote in this set. We'll use some more Rolling Thunder from Night Owl, and you don't need a lot. A lot of people use a lot, but you don't. That's all you need, pea size. Take a little sheep's wool. You can also get this from Night Owl. Use a little bit of that. Just smear in there. Put it right down in your hole. And you're good to go for a remake. So
that's the result, guys. Nice female. We'll see if we have one there tomorrow. First coon we've caught this year. But they're going for like nothing this year, so we're gonna let him go right on the edge of this corn here.
So we just released a coon out of this trap. We were wondering if we could get him in the bucket to let him go, and it actually worked very well. So he's in there, and now I'm gonna let him go, and hopefully he doesn't try to get me.
There he goes. He seems to know where he's going. Oh. Cool. So there you go, guys. If you can't figure out how to release the coon and you got a 5-gallon bucket, just stick it over his head. I don't know if you can make it out from here, but we can see one bouncing around in the trap out there in the middle of the field. Alright guys, so this is the last farm of the day, and we could see this guy from the road up there. He's only got, what, 2-3 toes in there. And we got looking right there, we got a double right on the corner there. If I can zoom this in, you can just see it peeking around. But anyways, we got one right there, and we got this one right here.
This one right here is the one yesterday, or 2 days ago, when we videotaped that trench set.
Yep.
With the 2 holes, just a different variation of that a trench set that I usually do. Never done one like that, and it apparently produces coyotes, and that's a MB450. That trap is. But that was a variation of that trench set, and it definitely produced a coyote.
All right, let's get this one out of here and go see what kind of catch we got on this other one up here.
So we had a coyote in this trap yesterday, remade it. It looks like we've got a female in this one.
So I was just thinking.
And that's a Duke 550. Pretty good catch on that. Right on this corner. We caught one here last year also, right on this same corner. one here. Dan says it's a pretty good day.
Yeah, that's a damn good day. Number 5. There's a lot of skinning to do. Alright guys, so here's the remakes. This one's kind of almost like a hay set now. That's what we had yesterday. We got a dirt hole right there, and our trap is bedded right in front of it. And down here, this is that set, like Dexter was saying, we videotaped yesterday. I think we just took a video of the
2 days ago, I think.
After making the set, but we set it up the same way. It's like a trench set with 2 dirt holes in it, and the trap is outside of the trench. And never seen anything like it before, but apparently it works. We had set that trap here because we have a dirt hole right in there, and the wind is blowing that way, and there's a bunch of dog tracks right here, so it appears that they did come out of there like we anticipated. They missed that dirt hole because the wind's blowing that way, but they couldn't miss this. So that's that remake
Pan right there. Use all this for blocking, because if they got to come around this side to look into that trench.
It actually looks like a killer set. It's pretty cool.
I've never made one before. 2 days ago was the first time I've ever made that style trench set. Usually you just make a long trench and put your dirt hole in one end, set your trap. I've had better luck around here setting a trap outside of the trench a little bit, because it's hard to get them to commit into the trench. I've never made one this style with the trap out in front, but 2 days and we caught a coyote on it, so.
There you go, guys. End of check day 4, and we got 5 coyotes headed back to Dexter's house to do some skinning.